How was it like for you? And what actually gave you that courage to be like, hey, here's help and let me go through this process?
So I'd say maybe it's because of the ADHD, but I didn't care about anybody's opinion, man. Like I just needed help. So I was like, nah. My whole attention was on it. I didn't care what anybody was saying. I just went for it. And funny enough, I went to Yaba Left. I know there's a stigma that is attached to Yaba Left, but I did not care. I was strolling inside smiling and I'm like, okay, yes, I'm coming to get help for myself, please. Anybody that wants to tag me anything should go ahead, please. You're not the one that's living in my head. So yeah.
Yeah, that was very, very courageous. And at the same time, more people should also take the steps and take the initiative to get the help that they need. I know it's easier said than done. I really know it's easier said than done. So people who don't know what Yaba Left is, do you mind explaining to them?
So Yaba Left is the psychiatric hospital that is located in Yaba. I don't know why it's called Left. Maybe it's on the left side of Yaba, but I think I grew up knowing Yaba Left as the place where mad people went to. But I think one thing that made it easier for me to go there was when I was working at one of my former jobs, we actually went there to talk to the staff members. So I got to see that, okay, it's not like people that are in chains or people that are going to tear your clothes when you get into the place. So I think that made it easier for me. So I was ready to do anything within my means to get help. I just wanted to like, okay, now we know the problem. What's the way forward? So that was the driving force for me. And I think I have the best set of friends because at some point when I wasn't able to afford therapy, they came together and paid for my therapy. So yeah, my friends are the best. So I went to the Federal Neuropsychiatric Hospital at Yaba. So that's how I met my therapist. And it was quite easy. And I think I recommended 2 or 3 people to her. So yeah, it was quite smooth. It was quite easy.
Yeah, I'm really glad that was your experience, and I'm glad you did found help. So after you got diagnosed, right? So what was the next steps that you took to getting better? What were the things that actually helped you?
Okay. So the first thing was I asked the psychiatrist what the options were. So I think she recommended I work with a psychologist as medication wasn't readily available here in Nigeria. And that's another story for another day. So she recommended that I work with a psychologist, and she recommended one to me that I started working with. But I couldn't continue with that because of the cost of the whole session. So I did a lot of reading and researching on my own to find things that I could use to make my day-to-day life easier, right? And I found out a bunch of things that I already knew, but I didn't know that it was really going to go a long way to help me. So a bunch of them was like scheduling your life, basically. It's easier when you have like a structured life than just doing things, playing things by ear. So scheduling your meeting, basically creating a calendar for everything you're doing. You know what day if you have doctor's appointment, you already you set reminders. If you're going to have doctor's appointment for the next 3 months, set a reminder that repeats every week. So you know you're never going to miss this appointment. Another thing that came in handy for me was breaking down my task into smaller bits. There's an example I always use. For example, when I want to clean my room or clean my house, I can't just say I'm going to clean my house tomorrow, because if I leave it at that, I'm not going to do anything. So I have to break it down into smaller pieces, do the dishes, do laundry, sweep the floor, make my bed, arrange the table. So when I break it down into those smaller pieces, it's easier for me to process. It's easier for my mind to process, because if I leave it at just that I'm going to clean my room, it's going to stay like that, because it's going to feel like one huge task that I don't know how to circumvent, and I end up not doing anything. So that worked for me. I know it's going to sound cliche, but exercising actually helps a great deal. At first, I'm like, people are just talking, Jerry. Until when I signed up to the gym and I was like, oh, it made everything easier, because when you're done with the gym, I think your body produces dopamine that gives you the ginger to be able to do every other thing that you need to do. So
Listen to the entire episode on Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcast. Thank you.